talking about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the big game to be over yet? Because I sure am. I'm Cobra, and I am joined by my always thoughtful crew, Kat, Ben, and Keith. Say hello, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, that's great to hear from you guys once again. It is the final week of not only the NFL season, but of the hard count.
Yes, indeed.
It has definitely been a fun and interesting ride. By the way, to our listeners who are listening to us on Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts, I just wanted to say thank you. We couldn't have done this without you. You definitely have made our season 3 very, very successful. We couldn't have done it without you. So everyone give ourselves a hand. Yes. All right. So, before we start breaking down other things, I want to discuss some things that happened in the news. So, obviously, famous person of integrity, Commissioner Roger Goodell, the Ginger Hammer, has decided he's going to be trying to do damage control. If you guys know what I'm talking about, and it of course has to do with famous famous ref lover Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, dear.
All them, and how the refs keep rigging the game. Obviously, we know that Roger Goodell, trying to do damage control, but if the shoe fits, I mean, guys, I want to hear your opinion about this. Is the NFL rigged? I'm definitely going to start with Keith on this. Start with Keith, then Ben, then finish with Kat. And then go to me. So, Keith, floor is yours.
Oh yeah. The refs are bought off on a regular basis. They get more money on the side than they should. And everything should be on board. And the refs should not be tainted.
All right, I'll tell you my opinion on that as well, but I definitely agree with you on that one, Keith. Ben. Uh-oh.
Where'd Ben go?
I think his Discord. Discord mic quit off. Kat, we're gonna defer to you.
I've seen a lot of theories. I've even heard some NFL guys supposedly coming out and saying how rigged the NFL is and that there's a script every season. But I mean, really and truly, there are just certain things that happen in a season, like guys breaking a leg. Who the hell is going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'll just have this linebacker fall on my leg and break it.
Yep. So
I don't know. I don't think it's scripted or rigged. I think they're just playing football.
Here's my opinion on. My opinion is
there he is.
I was inside. Sorry, I had to finish my delivery stuff. So my theory is that I think it's getting magnified because the Chiefs are just that, the Chiefs. So everything the Chiefs do is underneath a microscope. Now, do I think there might be a little bit of bias going on with the refereeing? Maybe a little bit. Did Josh Allen get that first down that on that one play?
Probably. Yes, he did.
Should they have measured it? Probably. Should they have microchips in the balls to sense where their balls are? Probably.
I thought they did.
No, they don't.
So, So let me put my 2 cents in the ring. Now are the games scripted? I'm going to answer with no. However, is there ref bias? Yes. Primarily because of one thing that corrupts absolutely: money and greed. Ever since
You break up with what's her face?
well, let's go. We'll get to Taylor Swift in a minute. All right. Let's ignore that elephant. Let's ignore that elephant in the room first off, Ben. So let me speak. Ever since gambling has come to the forefront, I mean, we have so many gambling apps for football, if that makes sense. FanDuel, DraftKings, Underdog Fantasy. I mean,
every time I
we
listen to ESPN radio, it's ESPN Bet, ESPN Bet.
Exactly. That's another thing that has definitely thrown some bias towards everything. Whether, because clearly we know that the Kansas City referees, that they were not that good. They were not that good during the regular season. But you also can't tell me that the Cole Bishop interception that he had on Xavier Worthy shouldn't have been an interception. It was an interception. Cole Bishop had that. You can't tell me that Josh Allen didn't get that first down. He did.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that when Dalton Kincaid made that drop and there was a premature flag, and there was, and then it was picked up, you can't tell me they were going to fuck the Bills again. You can't tell me that.
Well, and I think also what they call the human element is really what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
These are
they
fallible people. It's just like with the umpires in Major League Baseball now. Angel Hernandez is gone, but there's going to be another Angel Hernandez. Like, come on.
Unfortunately, yes. And I think also the squeaky wheel's been getting the grease too much.
Yes.
I definitely believe that the NFL, or even Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, or hell, even Taylor Swift herself, has been going to the referees, giving them an envelope full of a couple $100,000 a game, and saying, "Hey, thank you for rigging the game for us." I wouldn't doubt that, considering that that Taylor Swift has a $2 million suite at the Super Bowl with a full fucking spread.
Nice.
So, you can't tell me that Taylor Swift doesn't have any fucking influence on the Super Bowl. Excuse me. Sorry.
Is that better?
Get that bullshit out of you.
Well, I mean, there's definitely some pandering going on.
There's a lot of people who do not disagree with you.
No, I mean, there's definitely a lot of pandering that's been going on ever since Roger Goodell took over from Tagliabue.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of pandering. Whether it be Tom Brady, Taylor Swift, or famous women respecter, the current president of the United States, Donald Trump. Let's not get that banned motherfucker, because he's actually banned from the NFL, legit. But let's pander him back in the NFL. Get out of here. But yeah, they removed the end racism, from the end zone because of him. That's why they did it. Let's not kid ourselves. Anyhow, so who is ready for the meteor strike? I think Ben, Kat, and myself are, but Keith, he's an Eagles fan, so he's rooting for the Eagles to beat the Chiefs.
I saw a lady at Walmart today. She was in line behind me, and I turn around and she is decked out. She's got like an Eagles jacket. It was like a jersey, but it was a jacket.
Yeah.
And she had a scarf, and she had Eagles earrings. And I just looked at her, and I was like, I'm a Ravens fan, but yeah, me too. I said I think we're all rooting for the Eagles. All of us.
Yeah.
Well, Ben definitely isn't. He's with me. He's with Team Meteor Strike.
Yep. I'd rather see the Chiefs win again than see the Eagles win.
Hell,
Or just have the meteor destroy the whole entire stadium. Or have the lights go out. Or have the sewer system explode.
Oh man, the lights going out. That would be. Yeah, I remember that happening.
Yep. Oh.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, something is gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. I think some BS is gonna happen. I mean, not gonna lie, the celebrities have definitely been latching onto this. WWE literally trolled the Chiefs and the referees at the Royal Rumble. Snoop Dogg trolled the Chiefs and the refs at the ESPN award ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes were trolled by the media for for all the positive calls they get. I mean, literally one of the quotes was, "Hey, Travis, what do you like better, dating Taylor Swift or getting a phantom 15-yard roughing the passer call in the playoffs?"
Oh my gosh.
It was a great question. Next.
Yeah. Basically not denying it. Like, that was I think, in my opinion, that's the worst fucking thing you could do. Is, like, not deny it. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
Well, we're gonna go interviews. Jason Kidd got interviewed about that trade that happened, and he was just like, "Oh, well, we'll try."
Yeah. Anywho, guys. Like I said, it is the end of the season, but we got some business. We've got some podcast business today.
Oh boy.
So, all right. So, if you all know, we have our bold predictions. Our lucky wheel has to do its job 2 more times. So,
come on, lucky wheel.
This will be for the second place. The Dirt and Turf baseball jersey brought to you by Fans Idea. So, by the way, that's where we're going to be getting it. So, this is basically for us. So, here we go. And for the Dirt and Turf baseball jersey. And hey, we have a winner. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Cobra. Cobra wins the Dirt and Turf podcast jersey.
Hey!
And now for the Social Sports Pad Podcast Network jersey, it is. All right. Congratulations are in order because it's definitely not me. Keith, congratulations. You have won the first Social Sports Pad Network football jersey.
Hey!
Congrats, man. Congrats. Congratulations, Mr. Editor Man himself.
Thank you much.
All right. I'll definitely have to get up with you when we're ready to order, because we got to get the basically colors in order. So,
Yeah, that's definitely important. You got to get the colors right.
Yeah, we got to get the colors right. But yeah, this is definitely good news. Congratulations, Keith and Cobra. You'll be representing the Social Sports Pad Network with pride. But trust me, our jersey giveaways in the podcast will not be over with, because next season we're going to be doing it again. We're just having too much fun. We'll probably be adding one more But I will leave that up to interpretation later on. So basically, next year, season 4, be here. That's all I gotta say.
Or B squared.
Absolutely.
All right. So, anywho, Keith, I hate to say this. This is where I have to kind of mute you for a little bit, but because this has to do with Kat, myself, and Ben. This we're going to be grading how our teams did this season. All 3 of our teams made it to the playoffs, and we couldn't be proud about that. And I also want to add. I want to ask, starting with Kat, how would you grade the Ravens season?
The whole season,
Yes.
I'm gonna go with a B plus.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna say a B plus because we had some rough games in there. We really did. When we find our footing, we're a couple games into the season. Even though we've had preseason stuff to work out kinks and whatnot, we just kind of need a couple of games to find our rhythm. But we beat the Steelers twice in 2 months by double the points.
And let me also add, you also defeated the Buffalo Bills as well.
Oh, that's right.
Earlier,
we did.
in the season, earlier in the season, you did. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So, we won some big games this year.
Mhm.
We made it deeper into the playoffs than we have in recent years. And really, we just kind of lost our oomph in that last game. It just wasn't there. And obviously if we had made it to the Super Bowl, I'd say we got an A. If we won the Super Bowl, it would be an A plus.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I definitely have to, now that you say it, considering that you actually had an 0-2 start, I would definitely grade the Ravens as a B plus. That's definitely agreeable. All right, Ben.
So I was going
We know.
into this.
Hold on 1 second. Let me preface this. We know that Ben is a Washington Commanders fan. So again, this is where his opinion matters. So Ben, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Mine's going to be probably the highest score possible. So went into the season not expecting anything to come out of anything. To be honest with you, I was expecting us maybe to get 3 wins, picking the top 5 again. However,
Wow. Okay.
lo and behold, we actually made it to the playoffs. We made it to the game before the Super Bowl. I mean, I can't say that with a rookie quarterback like that. That's great.
Definitely a solid A in my book for the Commanders. Way above expectations, considering that.
I'm giving them an A plus.
Mm.
Because they exceeded every expectation I was going to do.
Today.
I don't even think they I think they deserve an A plus because of what they accomplished altogether, not even being expected to even sniff the playoffs, let alone being. Well, I had them chosen to be in the playoffs. Other people didn't, but I thought they were going to make it.
Keith, you wanted to add something?
I said, yeah, a solid A. And next year, I know I'm going to say it's, going to be between us and Washington and the game again. And I think if Washington shows up to the game, and it was their fault they lost on the final game, I'm saying this as an Eagle fan. we really didn't win that game. And they did a lot more damage to themselves
Mm-hmm.
during that
Yes.
game
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
we've actually won. We were just in the right place at the right time.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
if I can intervene, I also got a person that I work with. He wants to rank his Carolina Panthers when he gets a chance.
All right. Can I ask his name if you can?
Give him
My name's AJ, man.
All right, AJ.
Sir.
I do want to hear this. How would you grade the Carolina Panthers?
Myself, not the greatest. Not even like medium. Like at a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 4, maybe like a 3.5.
So probably realistically a D plus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like ever since we got rid of McCaffrey, you know, I mean, shit just been going downhill, you know, and that was our bread and butter right there, you know. I don't really watch much football, but I do know a little bit about my team before, like a couple years ago, before Julius Peppers got into the Hall of Fame, you know,
Right.
McCaffrey and thing like that. I just like fell off because I'm just like, you know, we're just never going to be that team that I want us to be when we went to the Super Bowl at you know, when we faced Tom Brady.
with Cam Newton, you're right. Well, AJ, if you don't mind, I'll kind of add something to that too. Unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers are in a similar situation that the Washington Commanders were in before. The Panthers have a shit owner in David Tepper.
When they got rid of what, RG3.
Yeah.
That's when they was, you know, like crappy, shitty, you know, shitty ass team. And that's exactly how I feel what the Carolina Panthers are standing currently. You know, we're just not going to get any better. We got good help. You know, we had Young. That was a blowout. You know, it was like, you know, what can we do? I mean, we could get some good draft picks in there, but at the end, the final question with a period is what, or a question mark, should I say, what can the Carolina Panthers do to improve their standards in the next couple years, man? Because I'm thinking about either being a Pittsburgh or a freaking Ravens fan, and I don't want to do it to myself. I've been a Carolina Panther since I was a kid. Now, you know, I don't want to never flip flop on my team like that.
Gotta bring out the Yinzer.
Hey, you can have two teams. There's
Yeah,
nothing
you
against
can.
that.
There is nothing against that. But I will. AJ,
Yes, sir.
AJ. Thank you. You. That was great
Thank you.
insight, man.
Like listening for my input, you know, like, and I just want to ask y'all, you know, I mean, the question of the night, like, what can the Carolina Panthers do in y'all's insight that could be like, hey, you know, a changing factor in next season or the seasons to come?
Well, we're gonna be pretty quick on that. In my opinion, what can the Panthers do? Well, the easiest thing would be get a new owner, but I think that's kind of above and beyond. But what they really need to do is they need to give Bryce Young, one, more time in the pocket, and two, get him some weapons.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yes.
Those are easy answer. And also improve that pass rush. That's it.
I feel like we need to do more running, like get a nice running back, you know, like Young, you all know, like he can run, you know, like he can throw the ball, but I think that's what most teams anticipate is him throwing the ball more than running the ball, because, you know, I mean, that's a run game and shit. So what else is going to do, you know? So
Yeah.
Correct.
To get a better offensive line.
More time. As I said, more time for Bryce Young. a couple weapons, whether it be running back, tight end, or even receiver, and improve that pass rush because their passing defense and even the pass rush has been atrocious. So
well, didn't they give up those draft picks a few years ago or some shit? Wasn't that what happened?
No, it was. Remember, they have more draft picks coming because of the DJ Moore trade. So there's that. Anyhow, so now to me, as everyone here knows, I am a proud member of the Bills Mafia. I am a Bills fan. So,
wait, what? When did that happen?
Really,
no,
Kat? Really? Anyhow, so if I'm gonna grade my season, I'm with Ben. I'm grading it an A+. And strangely enough, the Bills' expectations were actually low. Because they lost a lot in free agency. Mitch Morse, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, all out. Everyone thought that, even though the Bills still have Josh Allen, still have some of, they still have Kincaid, Knox, they still have James Cook. It's like they can make the wild card. They're not going to win the division. And
right.
It's like and then the season began, and it's like, oh, hey, they're good? What?
Yeah.
Then it was like the trade deadline was getting close, and trade for Amari Cooper, which, I know a lot of people are like, well, what did Amari Cooper do? Amari Cooper did what he was supposed to do, which was be a receiver leader. And I'm not talking about in the stat column, I'm talking about in the locker room. Because that receiving core that the Bills had was, well, almost young in a way. Even with, it was just kind of fresh face. It had some veterans, but like not really long in the league veterans. It's like kind of like 2 or 3 year spot players.
Yeah.
So the fact that the Bills not only won their division, made it to the conference finals, losing in disappointing fashion to the Kansas City Chiefs again. But at the same time, it's like, considering that the expectations were that the Bills were going to be a wild card and out team this year.
Right.
Excuse me. I would say that, A+, how can you treat the season any less? So that's my humble opinion on. Yeah, it's a very fair point. It is. Now, I will say it is probably going to be a lower A+ than Ben. Ben is right that the Washington Commanders did get a higher score, primarily because no one expected the Commanders to exceed expectations like they did.
But, no, they took all of the expectations and blew them completely out of the water.
But the point still stands, is that, yes, the Bills' expectations were low as well, but, then they exceeded expectations. So
the Bills would have been in the Super Bowl if they didn't get bought out.
If they didn't get screwed by the bought out refs. Thank you, Keith. I would have, not going to lie, I would have loved to have seen an Eagles-Bills Super Bowl. I would have loved to have seen a Bills-Commanders Super Bowl.
That would have been amazing.
Yep, even America wanted to see that. Strangely. Anywho, that's enough of our rambling. That will be it for our roundtable. You know what? And we got time for the final ad read for the hard count, which will be brought to you today by Smackin' Sunflower Seeds.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And it's not just sunflower seeds.
No, they also have pumpkin seeds too.
Yep. Flavored pumpkin seeds. It's not just the dry, salty pumpkin.
Exactly. And let me tell you, those pumpkin seeds, they have original cinnamon churro and dill pickle flavored pumpkin seeds. And also, don't forget about their regular sunflower seeds. You can try the variety pack, which include, but are not limited to, sour cream and onion, ranch, sour cream and onion, ranch, lemon pepper, maple brown sugar, cinnamon churro, original, cracked pepper. They have Dijon ranch, backyard barbecue. And for limited time, they have loaded potato sunflower seeds. And if you're wondering why I'm getting hyped up for sunflower seeds, the Dirt and Turf podcast is getting ready as well for season 2. Baseball season is upon us. So use our link in the use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love and get ready for baseball season with Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, the #1 viral sunflower seed in the market today. Thank you. And yeah, like I said, that is it for the hard count. To the Kansas City referees and the Philadelphia Eagles, good luck tomorrow. May the best man win. And hopefully Roger Goodell doesn't rig it again.
Eagles fly.
All right. So, obviously, got to give our affiliates a shout out as well. Fanatics, Bulletproof Coffee, Dr. Squatch, Sleeves, Dubby, Duke Cannon Supply Company, Fubo TV, Century PC, and Raw Nutrition, and Smackin'. Also, don't forget our other podcasts as well. Biscuits and Penalties is definitely still going on strong. They will be moving to Saturday next week. We also have, the Lap Down, our NASCAR and racing podcast. We have Dirt and Turf Season 2 coming soon. Probably in about 2 weeks, Dirt and Turf will return for Season 2. So grab your seeds and grab your gum. And, of course, don't forget, next week, the next episode of the Social Slam podcast will be making its return. So be out on the listen for that. That is it for the hard count. I'm Cobra. And on behalf of Kat, Ben, Keith, and AJ, well, we'll see you at the draft. Have a good night, a good week, and always a good season.
Uh-huh.
Once again.